Hello, welcome to the Carousel of Conversations. You're in for a real treat. Join us as we take a spin through the past, present, and future of all things Disney. Here, where there's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow, just a podcast away. Let the podcast begin.
Okay, so, guys, listen up. Jesslyn has a recording song. She has her song that she listens to when she starts recording. Jesslyn, what is your song?
Oh, no, that's not fair because I don't listen to it when I start recording. I just said if I had a walk-up song, this would probably be my walk-up song.
What is it? Are you going to sing it or are you going to say it?
I don't know, because now that we've talked about it, I'm conflicted. Because I'm thinking about all these different songs I would probably do. But my go-to song was always Royals, because we will never be royals.
Everyone take a sip. Everyone take a sip. There we go. Yeah, guess who's excited about today's episode? You want to know who it is?
Jesslyn.
No, it's me. It's me because I did the intro. RJ didn't do the intro, so I get to be excited about today's episode.
No, I'm excited about today's episode because it's a music episode, and that means I can sing after every single song mentioned.
That means everyone can stay hydrated the entire episode. Everyone listening to this podcast will have like 30 ounces of water down.
Do you think anybody picked that up on last week's episode?
I don't know. They should comment.
I know, but I
if
heard
they did.
like Noah's bottle of ice rattling the whole time he took a drink.
It's the only way to drink water is with a lot of ice. Okay.
That's why he drank it so fast though, because it's full of more ice than it is actually water.
Maybe.
I don't know about that. I don't know.
Today
I think I
we
would
do have
also
another.
Got that sunshine in my pocket. Got that good soul in my feet.
I thought they said good song in my feet, and I thought got chronically.
What would your walk-up song be, Noah?
What would my walk-up song be?
Yeah.
You know, just to be different.
The Tiki Room.
I'm gonna say the Chattanooga Choo Choo, the song from the 1940s. You know, that's a good one. That's a great one.
I think my other walk-up song would be "No One Mourns the Wicked." No one cries, they won't return.
Matches the theme.
Yeah.
Okay,
Mine would
Justin.
probably be Chariots of Fire because it would take me that long to get down there.
Jesslyn, what is today's podcast about? We mustn't linger or tarry about this fun conversation. We must get to the thick of it of our episode.
Into the thick of it.
I was waiting for it.
Today's episode, if you haven't picked up on it already, it is Disney music through the decades. Now, we've done an episode like this before where we did Disney movies through the decades. So this week, we're just going to replace it with music. And we're going to do our same order that we've done before in the past. But we've got some pretty exciting episodes coming your way next month that we're ready to get started on doing things differently and seeing how that goes.
I just wanted to comment. I don't think RJ's put his water bottle down this entire episode thus far. He's held it the entire time.
It's been right here, ready to go.
If you want to know the background of that, please watch the YouTube. It'll make a lot more sense. And I will not explain it for the audio listeners. You have to get home, stop driving, do not look at your phone and drive, and watch the first at least 20 minutes of the episode to really get it.
No, I do have to know, did your dad have anything special to say about last week's episode?
He did run out of a Dr. Pepper, I do know
He
that.
did? Oh, great. Just wait till this week. You need to tell him to pack like 2 Dr. Peppers.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, I am excited about today's. We've done a music episode before too, but this one's going to be a little bit different as well because it's through the decades. I think for me, the first couple of probably the first 4 or 5 decades were a little bit more challenging because there weren't a lot that I actually had to choose from. And so it was a little bit of a challenge for me, but I feel like everyone that I chose, I really do like.
Those 90s were hard.
Yeah.
And then when I got down to the more options, it was like even more challenging for me because then I had too many options, and to only narrow it down to one was super challenging. So I feel like this is going to be, I feel like you should do this along with us at home. Like you should try and look up, like pause the episode, go look up music from every decade. What I usually do is use ChatGPT and I say, hey, can you give me all the music from the 1930 to 1939 range that was produced by Disney or Disney affiliates or Disney Channel or anything like that, and it gives me all the list of them, and then I get to choose one from that list. And we tried not to do anything ride related or parks related. This is just specifically music related, so it's going to be a little bit of a challenge. But anyway, yeah, that's what we're going to do today. Is we are going to do the music through the decades. We're going to start in the 1930s and work all the way up to present. So 1930 to 1939, 1940 to 49, so on. And so first, let's go with Jocelyn. What is your first song from the 1930s that was your song for that decade?
Well, the first movie in the 1930s was Snow White, not our remake, but our original. And so, yes. So I kind of actually picked two here because I liked both of these songs from Snow White.
From one movie? You managed to get two items from one movie?
Well, okay, here's my thing. The hi ho, it's off to work we go. It's a classic. Everyone knows it. It's part of Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, you know. So I picked that one, but I also picked the Someday My Prince Will Come, because what girl doesn't love that song, right? So I picked both of those from Snow White.
Yeah, I was actually going to pick the hi-ho one, and then I saw that you had picked it, and I was like, rats. I also like this one, which is the Whistle While You Work from that Snow White movie. I've tried to pick ones that get stuck in my head a lot.
Yeah,
and that's one of those songs that constantly, like, if I'm out in the yard working, like, for some reason, that song seems to get stuck in my head, and I start to whistle it. Like, if I'm mowing the grass and you see me, like
give
going,
yourself a little motivational song while you work, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, that tends to be a song that gets stuck in my head quite often. Noah, what'd you pick for the 1930s?
So, I think I'm the only one that did research here, because both of you only chose things from Snow White, and Disney released other things with music in the 30s, and one of them is Mickey Mouse's first ever like theme song, which is Minnie's Yoo-Hoo. It was the da 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 da. That's the tune of it. So if you ever heard that, that was Mickey Mouse's first ever theme song, and it was in a short called Minnie's Yoo-Hoo.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah, it's a very
I don't think I've ever heard that song.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, I need to go
I've
look
heard it
that
all
up.
the time.
Yeah.
Fake fan. What's the next one?
All right. Next, we have the 1940s. This one was a little bit easier, but there wasn't a whole lot of like movies or TV shows to choose from. Not as many, I feel like.
Pinocchio comes from this age.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Justin, what did
And
you
Ladies
pick
and the
for,
Tramp. Lady and the Tramp does too, right?
101 Dalmatians. I know.
No, 101
Nope.
Dalmatians, I think.
101
Has something to do with
Dalmatians came
dogs.
from
Yeah.
the 60s.
What? Oh.
There was another
I'm pretty sure it's
movie,
Ladies
though,
and the
from
Tramp.
those
was?
Lady
days.
and the Tramp.
Was it Lady and the Tramp? It might have been Lady and the Tramp.
No, because I
seems-
picked a Lady and the Tramp song.
This
He
seems
was
too
a
advanced. It seems like the art style seems a little too advanced. Well, Justin, while RJ's looking
Hold
at that
on now.
information, what was your song from the 1980s?
Yeah, I'm looking
did-
it up.
I did When You Wish Upon a Star from Pinocchio,
That's a good
because
one.
I feel like, even though it's like I'm not gonna like go to listen this song every single day, it is very much a Disney branded song.
Yeah.
You know,
when you watch
like, you
anything
think
Disney's done, you
Disney-
hear it. Uh-huh.
You hear it, yeah, it's there. So When You Wish Upon a Star, it's just a classic. You have to go with that one.
Yeah, fun
What'd
fact,
you
that
pick,
movie
Noah?
bombed. That movie bombed whenever it came out. Like, absolutely did
Which
horribly.
one? The new one or the
Pinocchio.
live
No,
action?
the original.
It's creepy as all get out.
That is true. I will give it that. It is very
It's
creepy.
so
But
weird.
you look at other things Disney made or other companies made during that time. A lot of it was kind of creepy and not like. A lot of it
Yeah.
was kind of weird. But
Yeah.
I chose Zippity Doo Dah from Song of the South. I would take a drink, but I don't have a drink.
My, oh my, what a wonderful day.
But that one gets stuck in your head for
Plenty
weeks
of
at a time.
sunshine.
So a lot actually came out in the 1940s, but not a lot of heavy music ones. So like
No,
we do
yeah.
have one heavy music one,
What
but it's like
was it,
more,
Lady and the Tramp?
No, but it's more background music than like actual singing with vocals.
Like
music.
Fantasia.
So we had Pinocchio, Fantasia, Dumbo, Bambi. Those were the movies from that decade. And then we had a couple of series like the Three Caballeros, Make Mine Music, Fun, Fancy, Free, Melody Times, and The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad.
I love
Oh,
Ichabod
I
and
didn't
Mr.
realize that
Toad.
came out.
The
So
Three
yeah, anyway, those are the
Caballeros.
ones that came out.
Caballeros.
Yeah, that's what I picked as mine. Was the Three Caballeros. Okay, it's not just a ride, but that's like one of my favorite rides at Disney World
It is
and
very fun.
Epcot. Yeah, well, and there's never a wait for it. It's relaxing. It's cool. There's never a wait for it. Just about. I like it, but it wasn't because of the ride. I just like the song. Like the songs get stuck in my head every time I ride that ride, but it also gets stuck in my head all the time. Not in Spanish, but.
Fun fact. The animatronics at the end of that ride actually were sitting in a parking lot for like 2 years.
Really?
Yeah, they were just sitting behind World Showcase, like behind Test Track, kind of. That area.
Yeah.
They're just sitting in a crate for like 2 years.
How come they were just working on the ride, or?
No, they just never implemented them. They just had the animatronics in a container, in summer heat and in hurricanes, and they somehow still worked after they plugged them in.
That's
So it's just
crazy.
in a shipping container.
Yeah. No, yeah, I like the song though. I mean, from all the ones that I could pick from that decade, it was like, yeah, this is probably the one that gets stuck in my head the most. You'll just hear me just humming it
It
out.
is pretty catchy, and I
I
don't
do
know
enjoy
anything
that one.
past the Three Caballeros. I don't know anything after that.
I did go look up the show though and watch a bit of it today while I was doing research.
Yeah,
for
they
this.
did
It was
they
good
did
show.
a revision of it in 2010s, I think, and Ethan likes it a lot.
Really?
So yeah.
Of course he did.
Yeah, it was funny. I liked the intro was like Donald getting run over 100 times, and so that was even better.
Should I tell my
no,
Bella
you told
fun
us yours
fact
already.
about that ride?
Yes.
Okay,
Ooh,
so
you have fun.
Bella, well, I shared with you before we started recording.
Oh yeah, that's
So, the ride is inside the Mexican pavilion, the Mexico pavilion. And the whole thing is about Donald running through Mexico, and they're trying to find him before the show starts. So it's our tradition on Sunday, like every good Christian, to go eat Mexican food after church. And so when we asked Bella, where do you want to go eat food? She goes, I want to go to Donald's place with his friends. And that means she wants to go eat Mexican food. So we call it Donald's place.
That's hilarious.
Yep, we like it. Oh, that's a good one. All right, going on to because no, you gave yours while I,
I
was
did give
looking
mine.
that up.
Yeah,
Zippity-doo-dah.
Yeah. All right, 1950s. 1950s had a little bit more out, but not a lot still. Noah, what'd you pick for yours?
I chose "Very Merry Unbirthday" from Alice in
Oh,
Wonderland.
from
'cause that's
Alice,
Yeah,
yes.
that's an interesting pick
Yeah,
because like
it's a
not
good
many
one.
people
Yeah.
like think of it. But once you hear it once, it is one of those songs where it gets stuck in your head for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
And it's always fun because you can just tell someone happy, very merry unbirthday or happy unbirthday. And it's a good occasion. Every day is that besides your actual birthday. So it just works.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like I remember that being a prominent song in the VMK game that we talked about last week. Yeah, because I remember that getting stuck in my head over and over again. The do 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 do. And so, I just remember that tune. Like it wasn't the words, but I just remember the tune over and over again in my head. A lot of times, I like that one. Jessalyn, what was yours?
I picked, I was torn about this one because I picked this song, Once Upon a Dream from Sleeping Beauty. But my favorite version is the one that they just redid for the Maleficent movie, which came out years later, obviously. But it's the Dana, whatever her name is, Dana Del Rey, whatever her name is. And it's just very melancholy sound, because the original one is, I know you, I walked with you once upon a dream. But the updated one's very slow and dark and melancholy, and it's so good. It's rich sounding. So I picked that one, but it's really because I like the remake of it that came out just a few years ago.
But also, that original one, it's also one of those Disney branded songs, you know? Like, you hear it and you only think of Disney, and it's with all the commercials and stuff. It's a great song.
It is a great song.
I feel like I picked a song similar to that in the Mickey Mouse March. Like, that's the song that MICKEYMOUSE. That's that
Mickey
song.
Mickey Mouse, Donald
Duck.
Yeah, but like even the front, Mickey Mouse House, Mickey. Like, it just, I love that song. It's a classic. I went and watched the music video of this one as well. Oh my word, the animation back then, it's been so long since I've seen anything like that.
Disney has come a long way.
Yes, that's very true. But I think it's a good classic, and one that we all would get stuck in our house head. All right, moving on to
In our house.
in our house, in our head. Moving on to the 1960s. The 1960s. This is where it got a little bit more difficult for me. So, like, I'm just gonna go and scroll. All right, so in this one, 101 Dalmatians, Sword in the Stone, Jungle Book, and Winnie the Pooh came out. And then live action, we had Parent Trap, Summer Magic, Mary Poppins, and The Happiest Millionaire. I don't even know what that is. That's terrible. Do you guys know what that is?
Nope.
Okay. So
Did
that
you say
was the
Mary
music for
Poppins?
that. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, okay, I just don't make sure you missed that.
So those were the movies that came out for that decade. I picked one from the Jungle Book. The Jungle Book. The Bare Necessities song.
How's it go?
I loved that song. It was the bare necessities, the simple bare necessities. I love that song. That was a very good one. And that's one that gets stuck in my head all the time. Jocelyn just tried to get me to sing, and it worked.
Didn't take much, apparently.
No, would you pick yours?
So, I picked two. And the two I picked are probably like the two like saddest / melancholiest songs in the entire 60s decade. I chose Feed the Birds from Mary Poppins.
How does that one go?
And I'm not sure if y'all know this one. Edelweiss from
I
Sound
didn't
of
know
Music.
that was a Disney song.
It is
I know
now
the
because
song.
it's 20th Century Fox.
Oh.
So 20th Century Fox owns it now. So that's kind of a technicality, but I'm going to choose it because Sound of Music is always awesome. Let's see, which songs did you pick that aren't Disney yet? But yeah, those are fantastic songs. Sound of Music is an awesome movie. If you haven't watched it, please go watch it. It's amazing. The songs will get stuck in your head for hours. But Feed the Birds is also a favorite of mine because it's kind of has rich Disney history. Because Walt Disney would ask, I think it was Richard Sherman, to come into his office every once in a while and tell him to play my song, which was Feed the Birds. And it was just kind of... Also, you watch Saving Mr. Banks, and that song has so much more like gravity to it and stuff. It's just a fantastic song across the board. Like, it's intermingled in everything. If you haven't watched Saving Mr. Banks, watch that before Sound of Music. That one will change your life.
Yes.
And listen to Feed the Birds.
Yes.
You know, when you're talking about Sound of Music, you know, that's one of the first DVDs I bought with my own money on Blu-ray. Like when the Blu-ray came out, I went and bought the special edition Sound of Music DVD for that one. I know
That's
it's
funny.
a technicality and it doesn't count, but I love that movie.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Justin, what did you pick for yours for the 1960s?
Okay, I had a really hard time with. Okay, from here on out, I'm just gonna keep repeating the same thing. I had a hard time picking from this from here on out because my thing is I love Mary Poppins, but I also love this villain song at the same time. So I went with Cruella de Vil because that's one of those other classic songs. Like you hear
Yeah.
it with Disney all the time. But as a Mary Poppins fan, I picked Let's Go Fly a Kite. I think that's my favorite Mary Poppins song. The Let's Go Fly a Kite. You know, it's just so summery and springy. And we're getting ready to go. Bella came home with a kite that she made from preschool yesterday. And I just was like singing it nonstop in my head. So,
Which
those
is
are the
pretty
two that I
normal
picked.
around here.
it doesn't take much.
No, Jesslyn sings this song throughout the house. It doesn't have to be spring. It could be the middle of winter. She's singing, "Let's go."
Yeah, let's go feed the birds. That's what I'm
True.
saying.
Feed the Birds is good. Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I like Bare Necessities. It's the best.
Bare Necessities is good.
1970s.
It's just Jungle Book's not like my favorite Disney movie.
See, I didn't
No.
like the Jungle Book movie either as much as I liked the song from that movie. Just that
Yeah.
one
Oh.
song from the movie. But Jungle Book is kind of like if I never see it again, I wouldn't be sad about it type thing. But yeah, I do enjoy that song. All right,
Yeah.
1970s, moving on. Jesslyn, why don't you go first with this one?
Okay. For the 1970s, I actually didn't. I had a hard time, as in I didn't know what to pick. So not that I couldn't decide.
I had a hard time with this
so-
one.
Really?
Yeah.
I realized too late that Pooh Bear came from this era, or I probably would have picked something from Pooh Bear. But I did Everybody Wants to Be a Cat from the Aristocrats.
Never seen it.
Everybody wants to be a cat.
You've
Even though I
never seen
hate cats.
Aristocrats?
I hate cats.
No, I've never seen Aristocrats.
I can't believe fake fan.
I'm the fake. I don't know about that.
No, you just like all the classic stuff.
That's a Disney fan. A Disney fan likes classic stuff. Okay.
Well, I would include them as part of the classics. They've been out for a long time.
Yeah.
Yup.
They haven't reached classic level yet. I don't think.
I like
Who's next?
Well, I mean, I
I'm
didn't
not,
like
I'm not
Aristocrats.
super
but-
happy with my choice, so we should move on.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should move on. Thank you.
I picked The Wonderful Things About Tiggers.
The wonderful
Yeah,
things
that's
about
I love
Tigger.
that song.
Tigger's the wonderful
It's Tigger's a wonderful thing.
I'm gonna start listing the end of my
The bottoms
emails.
are
You
made
know
of
how
those
you, like,
springs.
you say like "Have a good day" or something at the end. I'm gonna start saying "TTFN" ta-ta for now in all of them, and just see who gets it and who doesn't. Just leave people
That's funny.
completely weirded out. That's a great way to do it.
Yes.
Winnie the Pooh is just a classic in general, but
Yeah.
I did enjoy that song was like hype song back in the day.
All right, Noah, what did you pick?
Tigger.
I chose "Moving Right Along" from the Muppet movie. The
All right,
original
moving
Muppet
right along.
movie. But it's a fantastic movie. If you haven't seen it, RJ and Jesslyn didn't see it until like last
Thanksgiving?
November. Yeah, last Thanksgiving. And I almost didn't forgive them for being a Disney fan.
Noah like
and not
took us
watching Muppets.
hostage and made us sit down
Yeah.
and watch it.
Rightfully so. If you've gone 30 years into living without seeing the Muppet movie, I think there's something wrong. Something is wrong
Oh.
here. And
Who has lived 30
yeah.
years without watching the Muppet movie?
Anything Jim Henson has created, Noah has watched.
Who here is 30 years old?
I've only seen one movie that he hasn't made. That he has made. I only haven't seen one movie that has
What
been
movie
made
is
by
that?
the Jim Henson. I can't remember the name.
Do you
'Cause
watch
I've seen-
Muppets Treasure Island?
I've seen Muppet Treasure Island. Yeah, I've seen everything. Anything Muppets I've seen. I've seen the Dark Crystal. I haven't seen the new Dark Crystal. That's what it is. The new Dark Crystal that I haven't seen.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Gotta get onto that. It's on Netflix.
Yeah.
I need to see it.
Uh-huh. Moving right along.
Da 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 da.
All right, now.
All right, with good friends, you can't lose.
1980s. Noah, what'd you pick for this one?
I chose Under the Sea from Ariel, Little Mermaid.
Under the Sea. You know, you know what your song should have been? Well, it's not technically from this movie, but the new Little Mermaid, the Scuttlebutt.
Oh, I haven't seen it. Yeah, I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen it?
Fake
What? It's good.
I didn't watch the new live
I think it's one of
action.
the better.
I don't know. After
I think it's one of the better
Mulan-
live actions.
After Mulan and like Cruella, I was just like, oh, I don't want to see any more of these.
You didn't like Cruella?
It was okay. It was okay. I watched it once. It was okay.
You didn't like it? I liked that movie.
It was
That
okay.
was such a
I
good villain
loved
backstory
Cruella.
movie. Like that and Maleficent were both really
Maleficent
good
was really
villain
good.
backstories.
They were
Maleficent
very-
is
Maleficent
so
very
good.
I will admit
love
that.
Maleficent.
But like they added so much
I
background
know.
into the actual movies. That's what I loved about it. It's kind of like Mufasa. That's the reason I like that. It's the backstory of Mufasa and
Yeah.
Scar and why they had such turmoil against each other. And I think that's the same with like Cruella and finding out why she is the way she is.
Now, I do have to
or-
say, I with Cruella, I liked that I didn't have a reason to hate her. Like, I knew she hated
Yeah.
puppies. She had no redeeming qualities, and I liked that. Because you just had to let off some steam every once in a while. Like, that dang Cruella, she killed them puppies. Oh, I can let off some steam and not feel bad about it. And now I feel bad about it because she has a tragic backstory. And now I can't hate
it's
her
kinda-
anymore.
It's kind of the same with Maleficent too. Like you hated
yeah, she's not a
Maleficent
bad
until
guy.
the
I
movie.
don't know. I didn't really hate her.
Maleficent's not a bad guy. Nah,
He
we
wasn't
love
a bad guy,
Maleficent.
really. Cruella was a bad person.
Well.
Just an evil. Cruella was just an evil person. Okay, that you could just hate for her being evil. And now I can't hate her without feeling bad because she has a tragic backstory, and I don't know how to let off my steam now because I don't have any villains just to hate because to hate. That was a bit of a
But this decade was a hard decade for me. For me personally, I went with the Fox and the Hound movie.
The saddest
Best of
movie
Friends.
ever.
That is the
When
saddest
you're
movie
the
ever.
best of friends.
Listen,
Spending
I watched
so
that movie,
much
and then the next
time
day, I saw my dad in a video game kill a fox in the video game. I was like, no, you can't do that. No, I just watched this movie. I was like, you can't just shoot a fox in this game. This is bringing back PTSD from last night.
That's funny.
That was a good movie. Justin, what did you pick for the 1980s?
I went along with Noah here, except I didn't do Under the Sea. I did Part of Your World. I think that is low-key my favorite princess song.
Give her a second,
Look
she'll
at
think of
this
something
stuff.
else.
Isn't it neat? And what I love to hear is Bella sing this song because what's the line that talks about how basically dads up above don't reprimand their daughters, and hearing Bella sing that line, like she has no idea what she's singing. They don't reprimand their daughters, and she's so passionate about it. Like, calm down.
Only mommy can have the spotlight with this song, darling, okay?
Oh, Bella is such a passionate little singer. We went to a friend's house today really quickly after church or school, and
After
and I was sitting talking on the couch, and I hear someone singing in the background. I look over, and Bella's just dramatically looking out the French doors, just singing this song. Like, well, she gets it honest.
That's funny. That's very funny.
Okay, here in this decade, the 1990s, this is where it shifts
I
from
can't.
what am I going to pick? There's not enough options to what am I going to pick? There's too many options.
Yeah.
I know.
I really struggled from the 1990s on to present. It's
I know,
just
I'm
like
pretty sure my
from
list
here on.
goes to like 3 songs per decade from here on out.
It was hard because like I wanted, well, I won't break that, but yeah, there was a couple of ones that I went with, but I went with the one that I knew the most. So Jocelyn, why don't you go first with this one?
Okay.
Oh,
I just
sorry.
put my list
She
away.
knows.
No, it's okay. All right. So 1990s. Okay. So I was sitting in my work bestie's classroom at the end of school today, and I was telling her all of the songs that I had picked out. And the song that I picked for my number one song from the 90s, she was very appalled by. She's like, of all the songs, this is the song that you picked. So I have two to justify.
Of course.
My first one is Go the Distance from Hercules. If you've listened to this podcast at all, this is not the first time I brought this up, but like Go the Distance is the most underrated male-led song out there. It is probably one of the best vocal sounding songs that Disney has ever made for a man, and it is so good, and like gets like the emotions running, and I love it too. And Happily Ever After the fireworks show, and like they're singing I am on my way, and I'm like belting along with them. I can go the distance. I love that song.
That's
it's
whenever
so
the mom and like
good.
5 people in front of you just looks behind like,
I know. Who's that kid singing?
that child's got some pipes.
You don't even have to like the movie to like that song.
I
Like
agree.
that song is
for
just
real.
a classically good
it is
song.
so good.
Yeah.
That
And
entire
so
movie
that's
is
my-
underrated, though.
I mean, the thing about 90s is that's when all the good stuff came out, right? There's so many good things that come out. So it was really hard to pick. So my second one, though, was from Tarzan, and that's You'll Be in My Heart. And that's because I'm a mom and the emotions, and I cry once again and Happily Ever After. I'm like hugging Bella, you'll be in my heart. I'm like bawling my eyes out. I think those are my favorite songs from the 90s.
Well,
Those are
like when
great
you look
ones.
at the list of what came out in the 90s, okay, so you have DuckTales.
Yeah, it doesn't stop.
You have Yeah, it's like
Lion
Beauty and the
King,
Beast, Aladdin,
Aladdin,
Lion King, Pocahontas, Hunchback,
Mulan.
Hercules, Mulan, Tarzan. It's
Yeah.
like all the good music came out of the 90s.
They were
like,
so
I feel like
good.
every
Beauty and the
every
Beast, did you
good
say that
song.
one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was so hard to pick for this decade. What'd you pick, Noah, for yours?
So I'm actually adding one that y'all don't know about.
Oh, I love
So-
secrets.
I chose the first one because I had to show some Nightmare Before Christmas representation. I chose Sally's song,
Yeah.
which you guys don't get, so we're just going to skip that one. If you know Nightmare Before Christmas, yell in the comments or wherever you want about, like, yeah, that's the best one. But my second one that you guys can comment on is Can You Feel the Love Tonight from Lion King.
Yeah, I had a
That's
hard
a great
time
one.
not choosing
I
this
love
one.
that one. And for some reason, Jesslyn and her love of lovey-dovey songs and
I hate that
like
song.
you and Mom both.
I hate that song so much. It drives me crazy. Like that it's not a good song. Like of all the songs that Elton John wrote, this is his worst one. Like it's so bad.
Oh, bold
So,
words.
You know,
It's like the Tiki
did you-
Room all over again.
this is Tiki
My
Room all over
word.
again. Wow, very strong
I hate
emotions from
this song.
Jesslyn.
I didn't realize that your mom didn't like that song. This makes
She
a
doesn't
lot
like
of
any
sense.
of the Lion King music.
None of it?
Not
Because
really, no.
Be Prepared almost went
Yeah,
on
she
my
doesn't
list.
like it. No, she doesn't like Be Prepared, Circle of Life, Can You Feel the Love Tonight. She even didn't like the songs from Mufasa.
Oh,
I think she has a thing against animals. Lions.
oh
But
my.
yeah.
That's messed up.
Did you listen to the song at the end of Lion King live action, It's Never Too Late by Elton John?
Mm-mm.
That one's very good.
I don't remember it.
Look it up. It's actually really, really good, and I highly recommend. But
See,
Can You Feel the Love Tonight's awesome.
I wasn't a fan of the LionKing live action.
Really?
I like the original one better,
It
but
was
then I
because
love
of Beyonce.
Mufasa.
He didn't like that Beyonce
Yeah, she
was
ruined
in
it for me.
I just didn't like it was
she
word
just
for
wasn't
word.
Nala. She wasn't Nala. No, it wasn't word for word all the way.
It
Timon and
was
Pumbaa had a bunch of
mostly.
ad lib.
Timon
That's
and Pumbaa,
true.
yeah.
They did have a lot of ad lib, but everyone
Yeah.
else it was just kind of word for word, and they didn't change the story much.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah, I don't know. I just didn't prefer it.
Can You Feel the Love
Sorry, I
Tonight
got
is the
lost.
best song, so Justin's wrong once again.
I will say that I had a
Even
hard time
like the
choosing between
beginning
that one.
intro, the like piano keyboard 80s sound. Ugh, ugh, so bad.
Wait, are you talking about
And
the Elton
this
John
is
version
from
or the movie version?
Both.
They don't both have a keyboard.
Okay, the Elton John version. Because that's like the only one everyone plays. So bad.
She's the same. This is the same lady who's like, oh yeah, I like Lost in the Woods, which
I
starts
do
out with a
love
keyboard.
Lost in the Woods. It was so unique. It was
It has 80s vibes
artistically.
and it
no,
starts
no,
with
no,
a keyboard.
No, it's different. It's different. You can't put 80 vibes in a 90s song. We literally just came out of that decade. Nothing's new. We're moving on. You put an 80s song in a 2010 movie. It's been years. This is art. This is amazing. Come on, people. So
See what I mean?
different.
Wow, this is some trauma or something.
Some people just don't appreciate good music.
We just opened up the
Yeah,
barn
you're
gates.
right. Some people
Yeah.
don't appreciate
No,
good
some
music.
people
Can you feel
think
the
they
love
know
tonight?
music and they don't know music.
Well, for mine, I picked A Whole New World because
Some people voice their opinions a lot.
I did like A Whole New World. I think that's one of the Disney
It's a good one.
classics that I enjoy a lot. And
My
so I
favorite
really,
arrangement of A Whole New World is Bella and Greg Van Bunschoten's arrangement.
That is the best arrangement. Yeah, I will agree. That is the best one.
yeah, they had a good version of that. But I think I will say though for sure that I like the classic version of this. I did not like the new live action version of this song. It has to be the classic Whole New World for me.
You know why, right?
Auto-tune.
Oh, she is such a bad singer. She is not a good.
Wow, Justin and her loud opinions in the 90s. Like,
Well, somebody gave me a mic, so I'm using it.
so, you know,
That should be on a shirt. Somebody gave me a
Justin's
mic.
voice will not go unheard in these podcasts.
All right, we're gonna move on to probably the hardest one for me,
Oof.
which is the I
This
don't
one
know
was
if
easy
this
for
one was
me.
the hardest or
This
the next
one was easy for
yeah,
me.
2000s.
Oh my
just saw
word,
yours.
Noah! I just saw yours. I should have walked away for the past
right,
2
you-
decades.
you
Stop.
you have to start. No.
So, if we were talking about live action movies, okay, they had Pirates of the Caribbean, Haunted Mansion, all the great ones. Tomorrowland, if you'd even go that far, but that one wasn't that great. The best, most might say, was the Country Bears live action remake. And if you have not seen that movie, it is the greatest piece of cinema, I say, to ever strike the theaters. It is hilarious, comedic, heart-throbbing, and awesome in every single way. If you have not seen it, please, it will change your world, for the worse, possibly, because I'm a Country Bears fan. I love Country Bears. Okay, this Nashville Bears, not a thing. This Country Bears live action remake possibly might be the worst thing to ever grace my eyes. It was awful, I will admit, and that is why you must watch it, because it is one of those. It's so bad, it is good. Okay. I have no further words. The floor is open to the rest of you.
I had a hard.
Uh-oh.
She said, "Hold on."
Keep going, RJ.
Oh, wait, should I say
Okay.
my real one first? Like my real favorite?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just going to choose the scare floor. Like whenever in the Monsters Inc. It doesn't have words, but it is good enough to be put in as, a greatest song, because that, like, whenever they're like saying the 3, 2, 1 for the monsters to start scaring, that is the best ever.
I had a difficult time with this decade because I wanted to choose all the pirate ones, but I was trying to go for more lyrical one because like He's a Pirate is an awesome song.
Very good.
But I was like, there was a few songs like that, but I went with the song that gets stuck in my head the most. For those of you listening on the audio, she just held up a gif of Trump saying wrong.
This is about Noah's country bears. Wrong. You're
Did it
wrong.
take you this long to pull that up?
Yeah, okay, stop. I had to save the image from Google, okay? So stop.
Saying a wrong person wouldn't have taken that long to pull up one picture.
Okay, well, it's going to be saved now so I can use it for all the episodes going forward. I'm sorry, RJ,
for
before
me-
I rudely interrupted you. What
No,
was
that wasn't
yours?
rude. No, it was fine.
For me, the song that gets stuck in my head the most is "On My Way" from Brother Bear. I think
Oh,
it's
that's a
an
good one.
underrated movie,
Yeah.
but I love that song, and it gets stuck in my head all the time.
Yeah.
And so I think that's why I picked that one out of all the ones that came out this decade, because it was hard. There was a lot of them.
Can I get distracted real quick?
Yeah.
Can we start a timer, or not a timer, a tick mark of how many times RJ has worn the Dead Men Tell No Tales shirt?
This is the
I
second
just
time.
noticed this. No, this is like the third time.
No,
I
it's
think.
not.
No, this is
You're
the
probably
second
getting
time.
No.
No,
this is like
he
because
is
I
I wore the
not.
Tatooine
Yeah.
shirt one time.
All of his
I don't know.
Disney shirts are black.
I don't know about that.
Or
Let's start.
blue.
They're
Let's start a
black or
tick mark.
navy blue.
Let's start a tick
Yeah,
mark. I think we're at 3.
No, this is 2. I have
Dead
proof. Video proof.
men tell no tales.
Yeah, all my shirts are like black or dark blue. I think there's one that's like a tannish one. That's the Adventureland
What
one.
shirt are
but the
you
rest of them
wearing,
are not.
Noah?
My Disney Mickey Aulani t-shirt with natural flower dyes.
I'm wearing my Mickey Taylor Swift, me and Mickey vibe like that t-shirt.
Of course. Do you think we'll ever let
On
RJ
music
finish
night.
it? You ever think we'll
You're
let
the
RJ
one who
finish this
said
point?
let's get distracted.
Oh no,
Look what
I'm
you've
okay with that.
done.
No, I'm just saying. But can we continue getting RJ distracted? Because I think he's
we're
pulling
gonna
up a
let
GIF
RJ
right now.
keep going.
Jocelyn, what was yours from his decade?
No, RJ, what was yours?
I already said it. On My Way from Brother Bear.
Oh, yes, Brother Bear, Phil Collins. Yeah. All right. My favorite one, I'm surprised Noah didn't pick from this one, but instead he picked from that terrible,
Yeah,
terrible,
I was
terrible,
too.
terrible. But Princess and the Frog, Almost There. 'Cause I'm almost there.
That one's good.
I'm
Also,
almost
Down in New
there.
Orleans by Dr. John. Fantastic.
Down in New Orleans.
Also, there's not one song from that movie I do not like. Not one of them.
Yeah, it's all very good. Yeah.
It's all great. And I'm not
But
sure it's because I
Bella's
like jazz,
on-
but
Bella's on a very heavy Almost There kick. And she sings it
and
like
she
super
sings it
nasally.
with passion.
I'm almost there.
It's super funny.
It's so cute. I hope she never changes.
2010s was the
ooh,
most
that
difficult.
that was
for
very
me.
difficult.
I've got
It was just-
4
there
things
was
listed here.
Everything, like you're talking Tangled, Frozen 1, Frozen 2, like almost Moana. There were so many good animated from 2010 to 2019 Disney movies that came out, and even live action movies. It was difficult to choose from this
You
one.
do have 4,
No.
Justin. Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
this one, Jocelyn has 4. I have 2.
I
I
have the
normally
mic.
don't have 2, but like I haven't picked. I had a hard time picking even these 2 because there was
Yeah.
more that I wanted to
And
pick.
I tried
But for this
not
one-
to repeat anything that you guys had already picked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
Okay.
don't really recognize yours, Noah.
Mm-hmm.
But
'cause they're good
RJ,
What is yours, Noah?
Okay, so I chose Me Party from Muppets the movie.
Okay.
Okay, that's the newest Muppet movie that or second newest Muppet movie they made. They did a revision of the original Muppet movie.
Okay.
Also, fantastic movie. Watch the original Muppet movie from the 70s, I think it was, and the 10s, and then don't watch any of the others until Haunted Mansion Muppets. Those are the only
Haunted
good ones.
Mansion.
That was a good
Those
one.
are
Yeah,
the
so
worth
good.
those are the only ones worth watching.
Yeah.
But it's a Me Party from that movie. It's a great song. It's my mom's favorite song. She sings it all the time. And then my second one is from Mary Poppins Returns. How could you miss that one? And it's Where the Lost Things Go.
Okay, so I really only have seen Mary Poppins Returns like maybe twice, and
It's
the only
so
one
good.
that
Watch
I
it more.
remember is cover.
The cover is not the book.
Cover is not the book. Yeah,
Yeah. Lin-Manuel made all the songs for that, so I'm surprised you haven't seen it more and you don't
I
listen to it
know.
more.
It
You're
was
kind of a fake
like
fan.
Even singing it, yeah.
came out right before my big Lin-Manuel phase, so I'm catching up.
Phase still ongoing.
Yeah, hasn't stopped. He just keeps impressing me. So,
But yeah, if you haven't watched either of those movies,
He's
go
even
watch
in
them
an
and listen
episode
to
of
them.
Bluey, so I mean,
he is.
He's in that weird monkey movie from DreamWorks too. Did you see that?
Yeah,
oh,
Vivo.
Oh, I loved Vivo.
You
You,
think
didn't
that's
like Vivo?
weird?
I never watched it. I'm
you
not
gotta
a
watch
fan of the
it. It's
animation.
such
I'm
a
not
good
a fan of
movie.
the animation style.
Vivo is
Yeah,
so good.
It is a good movie. I like Vivo. That was one of the few like Netflix that I was like, I actually like this Netflix movie.
And it was because Lin-Manuel
So,
did it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Reminded me too much of
Yeah.
Boss Baby, and I hated that movie. So
Jocelyn, you have 4.
I do.
So why don't you go next?
so stay tuned next week, and
I got 3 for the next decade, so hold on tight. Okay, so good night. I think my number 1 pick is Evermore from the Beauty and the Beast remake. It's right
Josh
up there
Groban
with
version?
No, the Beast version. It's right up, and I love Josh Groban. That's not a hit on him. I think that song sounds much better for a bass sound than a baritone.
I would agree.
And so it's a much like the way it's sung. I feel like that's why I like the Beast version better. That song is like go the distance for me, where it is just so good. I love it.
Yeah.
I just wish that my vocal range could go that low to sing with them, because every time I sing it in the car, I have to raise it an octave higher, and then I'm like going
You
all
sound like Alvin and the
operatic.
Chipmunks.
Yeah, like it's so bad.
But yeah, that's a great song, honestly.
It is so
out
good.
It is a good
Out of all
song.
the live actions, I think Beauty and the Beast is one of the best, if not the best, out of all the
I agree.
reruns that they've
Yes.
did.
It's between that and Aladdin for me. I agree.
Yeah, I would say so. But I like
Yeah.
The
Beauty's
music in
better.
Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah,
better,
it is
yeah.
better, and I feel like it's original to the story, but not exactly like the
Yeah.
story, you know?
Yeah.
They switch it up just enough not to be different, but also to, give honor to the original. And I think it's the best. I'll watch it every once in a while. I'm like, oh, that's a good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My next 2 come from Frozen 2. I think I've mentioned on here before that I love Frozen 2 more than I like Frozen 1, and it's
I don't
specifically
recognize
the
your
music.
second song.
Next right.
And the next right thing, the
Oh.
song that Anna sings.
Maybe explain both
know-
of the songs of that
Okay,
you
so
chose and then-
so the first song is "Into the Unknown," which is Elsa's
Da-da-da-da-da.
new song. "Into the Unknown." Oh, that Panic at the Disco sings in the exact same key that Elsa
That's
sings it.
insane.
It is so good. Oh my word.
That was actually
And
me that
then-
recorded it, funny enough.
I'm
Yeah.
sure it was.
I'm
That's
Panic
the
at the
song that we
Disco.
can
Yeah.
sing. That's the song that we can sing at the American Pavilion together. Same key as Elsa and Panic at the Disco.
After singing it that one time, my vocal cords actually are dead now, so I'm not
Yeah,
able to
there's
sing
no
like
such
that.
thing.
Yeah.
There's no such thing.
No, they were like
All right.
burned. Yeah.
And then my second song from Frozen 2 is "The Next Right Thing," which is the song that Anna sings when after Olaf and she thinks both Olaf and Elsa have died. And so I'll make the choice and hear your
But not
voice
like this.
and do the next right thing.
Nope.
Makes me
It's
cry.
such a good song.
So
yeah, I
good.
like that song a
Yeah,
lot.
it starts. I've seen dark before, but not like this. This is cold. This is empty. This is numb.
And you wonder where Bella gets it from.
I don't know.
Oh, also, fun
Beats
fact
me.
about Into the Unknown. Fun fact time.
Scuttlebutt.
That song was originally going to be for the. I could have told you any of that, but it was a movie about Jack and the Beanstalk. it was originally going to be for a movie about Jack and the Beanstalk, where he went up to the mountains and he was singing Into the Unknown while climbing the beanstalk up.
I could see that.
Yeah, movie was very close to being made, but it never did. I can't remember the name. I'm gonna get yelled at for not knowing it.
I have one more for my decade, and my last one is "You're Welcome" because it's a Lin-Manuel song, and that's when I was first introduced to Lin-Manuel, and I was like, at first I was like, I don't know if I like this, and then I'm like, oh, I love this. This
I
is
think
nice.
that's everyone's reaction, honestly, because everyone was like, why is The Rock singing and rapping and stuff? And then it soon became like, why isn't The Rock rapping and singing?
Yeah.
It's the same way I feel about the new song too. Like the first time I listened to it, now it's growing on me. The more I listen to it,
it's a little bit better. Yeah, it's growing on me a little bit more than when I first heard it. Because in the movie, I'm just like,
"You're Welcome" is still way better.
Oh
but
yeah,
I do agree that like I like
in the movie theater. I just had the arm of my chair in my lap, and I was just like, what is happening? And put the arm back, and I was fine.
But Bella was already singing it, and she had never even heard the song before.
Oh yeah,
she's like
I rode home
3
with
words behind everybody, but she's singing it.
That was so funny.
Me for this decade, I had a hard time choosing, but I went with "I See the Light" from
That's a good one.
Tangled,
Beautiful,
and "How Far I'll Go" from Moana, because I think those two are really good. I
Moana.
Hold on.
It's like Sheldon when he has to knock on the door 3 times. If you say any part of a lyric to Justin, she has to finish it.
I know, it's so bad.
We finish each other's
Sandwiches. That's what I was gonna say.
Let's see if we can do this more throughout the episode. And it lasts.
All right.
2020s to present.
Wrong song.
So the present like decade that we're living in.
2020s to 2029.
25.
Yeah.
Calm down. We're only in
2025 is where we're at.
2030.
So this is not really a decade. What's this? What is this considered?
Half decade. A decade.
Yeah.
Because there's no duh. So it's decade.
Just a decade. Just a decade. No decade.
No, it's decade, not.
Okay.
All right.
Get the giggles out.
Let's go. I'll talk first. I think my favorite is Lin-Manuel. It's we don't talk about Bruno.
Why not?
And the main reason that's the song that gets stuck in my head a lot.
Yeah, it really does.
Yes.
There's one song from like the 80s that my mom keeps on telling me. She's like, it's exactly like that song. And I was like, what song is that again? And she's like, I don't remember telling you that. She's like the nanny from Mary Poppins Returns, where she forgets everything. Like, where it's stuff like she hands the person in the doorway the mop, and then she walks away, and then comes back. She's like, "What do you do with my mop?" And that's a quote that's normally said around my house.
Noah, what was yours?
I chose "This Wish" from Wish.
Yeah, it's a good one. The music in that movie is so good. Yeah.
Very, very good.
Yeah.
That and At All Costs.
Jesslyn. Yeah. Yeah, which is one of Jesslyn's 6.
Exactly.
Yeah, I only picked 3. Calm
I had
down.
to destroy
I
her
only
tower
picked
a little
3.
bit. I had to destroy her tower. Like, I couldn't let her have all 3. I had to steal one.
I can't stand
I
you,
wasn't
Noah.
a fan of the animation from Wish. I wasn't a fan of the animation.
I loved
so
the
couldn't get
animation,
through the
honestly.
movie.
I don't see what people's problems
But
with it
I
was.
will listen to this song, the At All Cost song on repeat.
At All
repeat.
Songs.
Wow,
Great
I
song.
cannot. At
Great
all
song.
costs, I will listen to that on a repeat over and over again. I love that song.
Great
It's a
song.
great song. Jesslyn, what are your other 2?
Okay, so I just like went Hamilton. Just like Hamilton.
All of it.
Not the first song, like all of it. All songs from Hamilton. But someone's like, you can't count Hamilton because it was written before it was owned by Disney, but it's now owned by Disney, so Hamilton. All Hamilton.
Well,
Okay?
I don't think it's owned by Disney, but
Yes, it is.
yeah.
It's on Disney Plus. It's fine. And then I picked At All Costs from Wish. It's the duet between the King and Asha. So good. At all costs. That's a good one. And then my last one, which I'm very surprised RJ did not pick.
I'm
because
surprised I didn't pick this. I didn't think about it.
Is his favorite song right now. We hear it all the time, but it's the Tell Me It's You from Mufasa. So
Mufasa had
I've
great
got
music.
Yes.
2 Lin-Manuel songs in my options.
Man, Tell Me It's You. I should have picked that one because
Yeah.
that one's probably my favorite.
I also like We Go Together. I like that one a lot.
Yeah, that one's a good
Yeah,
one. Yeah,
I
like
always wanted
the
a brother.
Yeah, always
Yeah,
wanted a
and
brother.
then I really like the villain song. Why am I drawing a blank on its name?
Goodbye, bye bye.
Bye.
Bye bye. Yeah,
Just
I
saying,
think that was.
they
even
did the
though-
movie such injustice without making it hand-drawn animation. It could have been so much better. And so
I
much
think I would
cooler.
agree to that because there were elements where I noticed it was CGI.
Yeah.
like I did notice.
See,
the CGI.
I did
they
it.
are singing animals, so I mean, you can kind of guess it's CGI, but like,
But
Always
you know,
wanted a
like there was a
brother.
moment where a hippo was swimming in water, and you could clearly tell that it was like this isn't great animation right now. Like I'd prefer the hand drawn. I think they're
I'm
realizing that and they're
sure
going to go back to that
that
a
the
little bit more.
CGI for these animals were better than the CGI they had for which I haven't seen the movie yet, but I've seen pictures of the 7 dwarfs. They look bad.
they look bad.
Yeah.
They look bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just another reason not to watch Snow White live
Okay,
action.
but I will say the CGI for Stitch looks really good.
Yes,
It does look good. I'm excited for Stitch.
Excited about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait. I think that's the next movie we're gonna have to review.
Mhm.
Yeah.
'cause
Yeah.
I cannot
Look
wait
forward
to see
for that
Stitch.
review. Well, also, Jesslyn, I'm surprised you didn't
Yep.
choose a Newsboys song.
I don't know the Newsboys very well.
Because that's like a pretty popular musical, right?
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
Newsies?
Newsies.
Oh.
Newsies.
The-
I was like,
I was just trying to be
really confused
nice.
there for a second.
I think I got Backstreet Boys and Newsies kind of mashed up there because Mom was talking about the Backstreet Boys earlier today. So
Yeah, I'm sure you were listening to the music. That's what it was.
A little bit of Bruno
Who's watching
Mars
Trolls
mixed
4?
in there.
no comment.
I know it was. I know your mom's playlist.
But yeah,
Well, that
I'm
was
excited for Stitch.
it. Yeah, I am too. That was it for today's episode. We really appreciate you hanging out and listening with us. Don't forget to leave a comment and tell us what your favorite music from the decades were, because we definitely want to hear from you. And if you have different opinions, it's really hard because you're only picking 1, maybe 2 songs from each decade, so it can be a little bit challenging. Or 4 in Jesslyn's case. But we definitely appreciate you hanging out and listening with us. We do have a special episode series coming out for the month of April.
Yep.
Should we spoil it?
Just be watching your social media.
Watch all of it.
Yes, we're going to be
And our
doing a
episodes
lot.
are going to depend on you. Like, if
Yes.
you don't participate, we won't be having episodes. So they really depend on you.
Yes, so the next month we're going to be doing a social media heavy push for our episodes, and we really need everybody to comment.
It's like
and
a
to
live
interact
event.
with us because
Just a little bit,
Yeah.
kind of. It's like it requires you to be looking at TikTok and Instagram and Facebook every week, multiple times a week, for us to
Yep.
have a good episode. The more
Yep.
you are in it, the better the episodes will be.
Yes.
yeah, for sure. So definitely follow us on social media to try and interact with our upcoming videos, because you get to decide our next episode. Really, that's what
Yep.
it comes down to, is you get to decide what we get to discuss and why. And I won't go more into detail, even though I really want to and I'm excited about it, but keep an eye on our social medias and you'll see a lot of that even posted today as we're airing this episode. You'll see that. So yeah, definitely thanks so much for hanging out. Give us a like, subscribe, follow, comment. Yeah,
Oh, Justin.
all of that.
I have a question to end the show.
Yeah.
So we had an intro song. What's your outro song?
Ooh, outro song.
Mine's You'll Be
Bye,
Back.
bye, bye.
Mine's you'll be back.
Goodbye.
You'll
Farewell.
be back.
Auf Wiedersehen. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
You'll be
We'll
I'm
make
sure-
you go. Bye-bye.
Hi ho. It's off the podcast. You go. Hoo, 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 hoo.
All right, we'll just end it right there.
Yeah. Okay.
Sounds good.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, I hope you enjoyed our show. Before you go, please don't forget to gather your belongings and head over to our email at carouselpod@gmail.com to ask us your questions. Oh, and wouldn't you believe it? You can now bring the magical sense of vacation right into your home. Check out the Magic Candle Company and use our exclusive link with the code CarouselPod at checkout to get 15% off your order. And don't forget, we're here to help you plan your future Disney trips. Just send us a message at rj@famvia.com. Until next time, we'll see you in a great, big, beautiful week.